In order to have relationships, we must form emotional attachment. Maybe, as I did, you saw videos that are talking about emotional attachment being bad, being a source of pain. Are you a robot? Are you AI? Are you somebody with no feelings, like psychopath? Oh, if that's the case, yes, fine, And as a disclaimer for this video, I want to tell you this. Listen, but don't believe. Right? Don't believe anything that you hear. From me, from other people, take what resonates with you, ask questions, and then what is not for you, just leave it behind. End of disclaimer. Emotional attachment, it's something so natural, it's normal. People are forming it in order for them to have a normal life, normal relationships. For example, we don't get emotional attached just to other people, like a loved one. We get emotional attached to our family, to our friends, to our pets, to, for example, take the rings that are given from generation to generation, right? That is a big attachment there. Cars. I know people that are more attached to their car than their partner. But today, I'm not here to talk about attachment, even though I did. I'm here to talk about detachment. And I will assume, just because I have this message in my head since I wake up and it's so strong that I have to come here and say it, I will assume that I am talking for somebody who is already attached. And I will make another video about attachments later on. But today I'm here to talk about detachment. Why detachment hurts? Because so many times we think that we are defect, right? We think that something is wrong with us because let's say you're going through a breakup and you're in pain and you're suffering. And I'm here to tell you that that is normal. When you are in a breakup, that is normal. Exactly as attachments are good or bad, like they can take you to happiness and they can take you to suffering. That's pain. It feels bad, but it's good. We grow. There is the place that you grow from. So why learning to detach, and why the beginning of the process of detachment, it's hurtful, it's painful, and will it always be like this? Yes, you will always feel pain when you have to give up on a relationship, for example. But let's say the beginning of it, it's harder than after. Like, when you went through your first breakup, you don't die from that, right? It's easier. It's painful, but you're gonna survive. And I want to tell you that it's all about your energy. And if you are one of these people that say all the women are the same, all the men are the same, my perspective of it is that it's not true. You haven't been with all the women, you haven't been with all the men. What we can attract in our lives are people on our level. Think about a block of apartments, right? It has a first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and so on until whatever number you want, infinite if you want. And if you, let's say you are on the second floor and here is the third floor, you will never meet the people that are on the third floor, not to say four or more. Never. You're going to meet the people from your floor. You will have to detach here whatever relationship you have in order for you to go up, to upgrade. And that's why detachment is so hard, because if you was here for a long period of time, this is familiar to you, and basically you have to be someone else, right? You have to become someone else in order for you to level up and upgrade. You have to give up certain relationships, certain habits, certain people, foods maybe, addictions, stuff like that. And that can put you in a place of confusion, a place where you don't know exactly what's going to happen, because you go up and it's unfamiliar up. You don't know. You don't know the people you're gonna meet. You don't know the passions that you're gonna find. You know nothing. So you have to go there just with an open heart and with trust and with a strong mindset. So you attract the people that are on your level. A level, it's not better or worse than another one. It's just, a portion of the cake. Um, why do you attract people that are hurting you? Because you will consider that if I'm on this level and I'm like this, I should attract people like me. You do. You attract people like you. But think about you like a diamond with so many faces, so many aspects of you. And you can attract people like you, but in a different aspect, which means you can attract your fear. Let's say you are afraid of a man who will cheat on you, or a woman that will cheat on you. You're attracting your fear. You attract a partner that cheats on you. And then you say, oh, why me? Because that's an aspect of you, that's a fear that you have that it's not solved, okay? So you can attract a lot of aspects of you. You can attract what you are, you can attract the positive things, you can attract what you fear, what you judge, you can attract different aspects of yourself. And usually you attract, because why do we have relationships? We have relationships in order so we can heal, because it's not like you have half, you are entire, but there are pieces of you that you have to heal. And that's the main purpose of relationships. Let's say you're meeting somebody, you are dating somebody, you are in a relationship with somebody, and then behaviors that this person makes hurt you. It's all about your energy. And because of the first part of the relationship, the part where you get emotionally attached, the part where you're being presented with a wonderful future and great qualities, because as humans we tend to be our best self that it's possible for us to be in a certain moment in the beginning of a relationship. That's why beginnings are so amazing, because we are excited. It's not that we put on a mask necessarily. It's because it's something new, we are happy, we are excited, and we feel good. And the fact that we feel so good translates in us being better. But because this better is not made for you, it's not made out of self-love, but it's made with the help of something external, it won't last. It will last for a while, then you're gonna get used to that person, then you will become your normal self. That doesn't mean you lied, you felt that way, but it faded. Now we tend to believe that people are exactly like us. It's natural, but it's not true. Unfortunately, if we don't give enough time, and even if, when we give enough time, it's not a guarantee that this won't happen. Is, for example, if you go into a relationship, if you go to meet someone else, you go with an open heart, you feel safe. You feel safe, you open up, you put your heart on the table, and you think that the other person is the same as you are, just because you don't want to manipulate somebody, just because you don't want to play games, you don't want to play mind games, emotional games. You think that the person in front of you is the same. And you start maybe oversharing, and you start believing everything they say to you, because you come from an innocent place. You come from a pure place, naive, I could say. And when things start to change, you notice this and you are hurt inside of you, but you can't let go, because You hope. You hope that the old version of this person is going to come back. Hope is always in the future. Nobody hopes now. Like, in order for you to hope, now it must be another story, right? Like, now the person you're with, it's bad, but you hope it's gonna be good. You see it somewhere in the future, and so many people are losing years from their life hoping. The person in front of you, I don't mean to shock you, but it's you. And your energy is what makes this person be so special. You are attached to a version that you created inside your mind, because nobody that is mentally healthy would attach to somebody that harms them or hurts them. There are conditions in which you do that, but I said nobody that is like in a normal mental state, right? You got attached with your own thought. Imagine that the person in front of you is your mind. You think that this person is what you think in your mind about them. But let me ask you, when is the last time you checked with reality? Because so many people see the person that they are with so different than it's in the reality. They said they will do this. They say they will do that. But pause. Have they done that? Or they said? Because when it's about relationships, I want you to put on the first place the verb. The verb is on the first place, the action, yeah? And they said they're gonna call me tomorrow. Okay, let's wait until tomorrow. Did they call you? They said they messaged me when they arrive home. And did they? Because if you're gonna believe every day said they'll do stuff like that, you're gonna have a heartbreak. And it can go so bad until you forget about yourself. You forget what you like. You take on what happens in a relationship. We exchange energies, and you project your mind onto this person, and you are in love basically with your own thoughts about them, and you think that your thoughts are them, but they're not. Okay, and you take their energy as well. We exchange energies, and here you go, looking at yourself, forgetting who you are, because for you it's no longer me. For you now it's we. And while I agree that there's a relationship and there's a we, it has to be you, it has to be him or her, and the relationship. But you live with yourself. If this person will stay or not, you're gonna still be with yourself. So what's the point in a relationship where you forget about yourself, where you forget about what you like, about who you are, about your passions, about your hobbies, about your free time, about your lonely time? When is that point, and why? And I'm asking these questions. You can write them down. I want you to answer for yourself, because that would be very helpful to find out what is the moment in which you start to let go of yourself. And I know this is the trick and the lie, that in the beginning it feels good. In the beginning it's like a team, it's amazing, but in the long run it's painful. In the long run, if you wake up one day and this relationship is no longer good for you and you forgot about yourself, it's gonna be a little bit harder, but not impossible. Nothing is impossible. And one more thing that I want to address about detachment is the protection. Because whenever I see a breakup and people who are suffering and stuff like that, they have more the mindset of lack. Why this happened to me? What do I have to pay? Who did I hurt so I deserve that and stuff like that? But I saw a video. One person was like, oh, I break up and I'm so sad. And the other person was, oh, congratulations, right? And that person was very like, what do you mean? Why do you react like this? Why are you so happy? And they said, what do you mean? Because you're one person closer to meet your person. That's why. And yeah, when you have a breakup, why don't you see it as God's protection? Obviously, if you have a breakup, it's not your place there. Obviously, if you have a breakup, if you're going through a breakup, God is having other plans for you. Obviously, if you are going through a breakup, there's someone better ahead. Obviously, if you are going through the breakup, it's time to level up and go check the next floors where there are people that might be so much more amazing and in reality, right? Not in your mind, not in projection. But the relationship with you is what matters the most. No matter if you are or you are not in a relationship, never forget about yourself. Always feed the relationship with you, nourish the relationship with you like it's the most precious flower, because everything goes from there, from the relationship with you and from your energy. Your energy, how you feel inside, not only outside. Self-love is not just showering and doing your makeup and going to the gym. No, that's surface. Self-love is on the inside. Who are you when nobody's seeing you? Who are you when you go to bed at night? Who are you when you're sitting on the toilet by yourself? That's who you are. Not when you're in public. You're not who you pretend to be when you're in public. You have to be extremely authentic to be that version. Nothing can defeat you. Not a breakup, not a break of the car, not a losing of a family ring or something. Nothing can defeat you if the relationship that you have with yourself is authentic, it's real, it's important, it's the first on the scale of relationships, if you want, in your life. And nothing can defeat you if you put God and if you let God. Let God. Trust God. If He is taking you out of a relationship, He does it for a reason. If that car is broken, it's broken for a reason. Let God. Well, I hope you enjoyed this message. I'll see you in the next videos, and until then, I wish you and I want you to promise that you'll take care of yourself and you'll take care of your soul and your heart, and you're going to realize how precious you are and how important is the relationship that you are having with yourself before having another relationship with someone else, before getting attached to someone else, so you can know your limits and your boundaries and your standards in order to protect yourself from suffering.